And I just want to start out, in addition to thanking you for coming here, I want to start by thanking all of you for the efforts that you make to make MasterControl successful. I know it's not easy to make any software product a success, and it takes a lot of effort from us and a lot of effort from you. And it's because of the people in this room that we are able to achieve the success that we have been able to achieve. So the topic of my remarks is you are our product. And when I first told the executive team that I was going to be speaking on this topic, you are our product, I saw Brian Curran's eyes light up a little bit. Brian Curran is our product manager. And so when he realized that all of our customers are our product, he thought maybe he might inherit some extra responsibility and resources in his group. And so I had to tell him, no, this isn't meant to be taken literal. This is obviously a metaphor, but I'm excited to develop this topic with you today and to explain what I mean. So there are really three areas that I'm going to cover. First is because of the success that you've had as customers, and you being our product and your success and your customer experience, we've achieved a lot of momentum over the last few years. And I want to explain to you how exciting it is to be part of MasterControl. We're really growing and experiencing a lot of success worldwide. So it's a really great time to be a part of this group. Then I'm going to talk about how, based on how as customers of MasterControl and as we go out into the marketplace, it's the customer success, you're our product, that we take out in the marketplace that helps others to understand what kinds of results they could achieve with MasterControl. And so the second topic is about customer success. And then I'm going to introduce 4 new programs. And these are all programs oriented toward you, toward helping us connect more closely with you as customers and helping you to be more successful. So I'm going to talk about a program for skills certification, for placement for those sysadmins and MasterControl experts that are out of work. And so we can help to place you in customers and companies that are looking for your skills. And then we're going to give, for the first time, we're giving MasterControl Solution Awards. So we'll give 4 of those out today. And then I'm going to talk to you about our new customer success processes. So I'd like to begin by just reviewing what we are and what we are about. This is our logo and our tagline, but really our tagline is actually our mission statement. And a mission statement is something really that never changes about a company. So you change your strategy, sometimes you change your vision from time to time, but your mission is always the same. And our mission is to accelerate compliance. So in that effort, we're partners with you. And it's an amazing group. If you look around the room, we're all partnered in an effort at helping to bring life-saving and life-improving products to market quicker at a high rate of safety without any public safety issues and complying with regulations. And that is not very easy to do. And so accelerating compliance, that is what we're about as a company. Now also, a bedrock principle at MasterControl is our values. And for those of you who have been customers for a while and have heard me speak, every time I speak to customers and employees, I'm speaking about our core values. Exceptional people, customer success, sound economics, and innovative solutions. And you can see that each of our core values have principles that we talk about that underlie what really that value means to us. And we'll talk a little bit more, particularly about customer success today, later on. This is our vision. Our vision is to be the world's leading provider of quality and regulatory compliance software and services. And I think we're well on the way to accomplishing that vision. Matter of fact, as far as going into the marketplace and selling a full quality management system, I don't know of any other company in the world that has as many customers and as many employees focused on this one task. This is our 5-year strategic plan. So we start with our mission, which really doesn't change, and we get to what we're focused on right now. Our 5-year strategic plan is focused on fostering repeat businesses by earning the loyalty of life sciences, IT, and quality professionals through 7 strategic advantages. And I'm not going to go through each one, but I want to highlight the top one, which is building a novel reference community. And that's a little bit, it's another way of saying, of phrasing what I'm going to spend a lot of my remarks talking about today. So this really is what we do and what our customers do. In our mind, any company that needs to produce a product at a high level of quality should have a closed-loop quality management system. Now, this is really basic to some of you that have been using MasterControl for a long time. Basically, a closed-loop quality management system, you start with some kind of a quality event. In this example, it's a customer complaint. You have a risk-based review of that to determine what you need to do based on the event that's been, the issue that's been raised. You'll either close it or you'll raise a CAPA. Then there'll be an investigation will ensue, and you'll come up with some kind of a corrective action, which often involves some type of document or policy change, which then prescribes training to a number of individuals, and then there's a checks to make sure that the event was closed and that you don't have the event again. This is a closed-loop quality process, and this is bread and butter to MasterControl. It's our vision that every company that has a product that needs to go into the market with these high safety standards, with high compliance standards and high quality standards, should have a closed loop quality system. And it's interesting as I go out and talk to companies, this resonates, right? This is what we need, but it's not easy to do. And our goal is over time to make this easy to do, to make it easier to do, to make it more cost effective to do. And this is really, from a market standpoint, this is really what we're trying to do with our product and our services. So based on these principles and our mission and our product strategy, we've experienced a lot of sales growth over the years. And it's been very consistent, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a nice ride. And lately, as you see, we've got a little bit of a steeper curve just lately. Our goal is to grow at about 20% per year as a company. And the last 2 years, we've exceeded that by about 5 or 10%. And this year, we're quite a bit ahead of our numbers again. And so we're achieving a lot of success, and that's really exciting. This is a chart that shows our customer growth. Lately, we've been adding about 65 new customers per year. So this slide represents customers added over about the last 12 months. And so we've added some very powerful customers, very great names that we're proud to be associated with as MasterControl. And many of you are here, and we thank you for the recent confidence that you've placed in us. This shows the growth of our research and development and customer services teams. So this is really when you pay MasterControl, when you pay us money for licenses, we turn around and invest that money in people. 85% of our costs are people. And so this represents the growth of our exceptional team at MasterControl. And as you can see, the growth has been very steady over the years, and we expect that growth to continue. Now, we've actually grown so much that we've outgrown our current space. Matter of fact, right now, we're on 3 different floors in 3 different areas of our current building. And there's a brand new building that's been built right next door to us. And we're now big enough that we have our name on the building. So that's not photoshopped. That's an actual picture. And come to visit us. You'll see it there. And our space is not quite done yet. We're about a month away from moving, but I'm going to show you some pictures. This is actually a picture of where I'll sit. One of the things about our new offices is it's a very open environment. And while we have a lot of space for people to meet and so forth, we won't have any offices, so including myself. And that's actually where my cubicle is going to be, just right over in this area. But really, that's a representation of really our whole company is made up of professionals who all really should have offices. And so rather than having a few people have offices, everybody does in our new space. So that's something that I'm excited about. So this is our customer training area and our customer lounge. I'm not sure there will be a lot of lounging going on in the lounge, but it's really where we serve you food, right? For the 15 minutes you get in between that Jonathan allows you in between sessions, right? But this is our You can see this is tiered seating. It looks kind of narrow with this picture, and it's halfway done, so it doesn't look very impressive. But this is one of our 3 customer training rooms there. And then this is, there's a little kitchen over here, and there's a break room where you can take some phone calls, and this is our customer lounge area. So we have a really nice facility to provide you with training and also to host audits or for whatever reason that you'd like to visit us. This kind of shows our downstairs, or the most built out area, which is where tech support's going to be. And this shows a side-to-side view of, you can see kind of the open environment there. So we're very excited about our new offices and excited to move in. I kind of wish it was done so that while you're here, some of you we could take you on some tours, but it's not that impressive right now. It's actually quite dirty. But so we've experienced a lot of growth and a lot of success. So what really is driving our growth? Well, if you think about it, what really drives our growth is our software, right? And this is a picture of a portion of our code. I think this is the part has some kind of something to do with login. Now I noticed this is something I didn't. This is actually pure happenstance, but I noticed that our engineers actually have our personal hygiene in mind, where actually the software it requests soap for you, and apparently it arrives in an envelope. And it actually somehow, I'm not really sure how this happens, but it's soap in your body somehow there. And so, anyway, yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah, I'm sure we could come up with a lot of code jokes if we looked through this. So this is actually our CFML code, and this is what our engineers do to build our software. This is what underlies and it gives instructions to the hardware. And we have thousands and thousands of pages of this, and we've spent nearly $50 million building this code. Now, this is hard to understand, but this is really what the machine sees. This is binary code. This is machine language. This is what actually interacts with the hardware, right? That turns on and off the small microscopic silicon transistors in the hardware, the binary code. And this is actual binary code from MasterControl. Now you look at that, you got to think, wow, that is cool stuff. You can see right there just the value, right? In how the pattern of how those ones and zeros are arranged, right? I mean, it makes you want to just probably write out a PO for extra licenses right there, right? I mean, it's amazing, right? But the truth is that our code really is not valuable in and of itself. It's only valuable when we combine that with a customer. Right, so if you look closely around you, you've now got MasterControl code on you. You are part of one with our software, right? And you are our software, all right? Now, I know I'm a child of the 70s, so I know that a number of you right now are wanting to get up and bust out the Saturday Night Hustle, right? And, interestingly, we talk about the problems with education today. Well, when I was in 6th grade, we did learn the Saturday Night Hustle from our teachers, so I don't know what that says about I try not to evaluate what effect that's had on my life, but anyway, the point is that I'm trying to make, and we'll develop this a little bit more, is really our software. If we went out and tried to sell it and to sell the code, no one would be able to tell if it was valuable or not. It's only through the software's interaction with you that our code comes to life. And I want to show you a video that kind of exemplifies how the marketplace can see value in our software through our customers.
What happens with a documentation system like MasterControl, it allows us to take a very few people and do an awful lot of work. We can basically do the work of 20 people with maybe 5. So if you look at the salaries versus the return on investment, we truly believe that we'll be able to get a return on investment in just 1 year in those 2 areas alone.
Personally, I'm extremely excited to have MasterControl as a partner. I strongly believe that MasterControl software is unparalleled out there. The competitive advantages of increasing the time to market using MasterControl for Micromed are numerous. What MasterControl provides from a cost perspective is it reduces the number of people needed to do the same amount of work which we were doing in the past. So it eliminates some headcount, or it allows us to redeploy those resources to other areas.
And our business has grown probably better than 15% a year for the last couple of years. And we have been able to stay on top of the business and utilize document control and handle that growth without any significant new increases in our in personnel required to do so. Yeah, I think it's avoidance of hiring more people. One of the goals we had is to move to a paperless system, and that really has helped us. I don't know what the numbers are, but I know we spend a lot less money on making copies and running the copier machine. I think that the efficiencies gained in getting our change notices approved are certainly there. And we haven't done a formal ROI check, but I would feel pretty certain that we've gotten a substantial return.
Usually, there's an implied return on an investment, and there's a real return on investment. I think what we're seeing is that the implied return on investment is meeting our actual return.
So how do you put a price on having a peace of mind that everything that you need to do is in one place in terms of documentation, in terms of complaints, in terms of audits, of training records? That peace of mind, you cannot really put a price tag on it.
As to Syncardia and Micromed, I honestly don't think they would be viable businesses today had it not been for MasterControl or something like MasterControl. And I don't know that there is anything else like MasterControl. That if you're an executive here, get involved with MasterControl until it has a life of its own, until you can't stop it, until it's ingrained in the way you do business.
So certainly, that's a much more powerful manifestation than our binary code. So in talking about what it takes to deliver and to explain and describe a intellectual property to the marketplace, I want to kind of establish a little bit of a contrast with a tangible product that we all know, which is a car, right? So when we go out to buy a new car, it's very simple for us to decide whether this car is going to meet our needs. We take a test drive. As a matter of fact, in Salt Lake, what I do and what a lot of us do when we test drive a car, once we think it might be the car that we want, we drive it up the summit that you came up. It's called Parley Summit, right? And you can really see how that car is going to perform under the duress of going up that long incline. And that way you can really get a sense for that automobile and how it will perform for you. Well, when you're selling software, when you're trying to buy software, there really is no test drive, right? What is the decision-making process that you go through? And the industry has come up with a formal decision-making process, and let's talk about what that is. So the first thing you do is you go out and research vendors, right? And then you send them all a format and ask for them to return to you an RFP. So this is one of the RFPs that we've filled out. I mean, it's quite substantial, right? And I think that then you go through the RFPs, but I'm not certain of that because there's quite a bit of data there. But you go through those RFPs, and then you determine which vendors will make a cut and will be worth the time to come in And the next thing, they do some kind of initial demonstration. Then normally it's narrowed down to a shorter list of vendors, and they do a more detailed demo, something that's more custom to you. Sometimes they come up with a sample project plan as well. And then through that process, and then there's a lot of detail to it, we come up with a preferred vendor. Now, I've seen through the years, I've seen customers spend a lot of time and money on this process of trying to figure out what their preferred vendor should be. But what I've also noticed is there's really a real decision process that goes on. And right now, as on my sales team is all standing up and saying, yeah, they do it based on the personality and the vitality of the salesperson that comes in, right? No, the real decision-making process is you find a colleague who's interacted with the vendor or who uses the software and find out how things went, right? This is really how the decision is made. And it's really, in my opinion, how the decision should be made. We recently bought some software for our accounting system, and we spent 80% of our evaluation talking to other customers about how they were doing with the product. And that's what I would suggest that you do in any evaluation that you conduct. So if you think about this, what is the product in these two scenarios, right? Well, in the formal decision process, you really are kind of focused on the software and how it works, right? And in the real decision process, what I'm calling the real decision process, it's really focused on you and your experience and your success. And I think, in my opinion, that is the best way really to test drive a product. So going back, really it's not the ones and zeros or the code, it's not the software that makes a difference in presenting, and that's not the way that we present MasterControl to the marketplace. It's really you and your customer success. And so this is our customer success core value, and as I said when we presented them all together, each of them have a number of principles underlying that core value. And underlying our customer success core value, the first principle is that customer success is our primary operating goal. And so this is really what we're about. We have particular measurements that focus on customer success and processes. I'm going to review a few of them. There's a lot more time that we could spend on how we focus our team on customer success. And I wanted to point out that I know that not everybody here feels like their experience with MasterControl has been successful. Matter of fact, from the time that I walked in the door, I've been talking to customers, and I plan on continuing to talk to you. And some of you say things are going great, and some of you have issues. Some of them are hard issues to deal with, and I understand that. And so, customer success is not something that as a software company, it's difficult to achieve, right? And so it's our ideal. And my commitment, and my team's commitment, and our organization's commitment is to make every single customer of MasterControl successful, right? And we don't think that that's an easy thing to do. And if it were easy, we probably wouldn't devote our careers to doing it. The second aspect of this really is kind of says our customers, our product. If you look closely, a successful customer is our most effective marketing voice and our most powerful sales agent. And I haven't been quite as pleased with that one as the first. I think the first one is definitely direct to the point and what we want to say. And in reviewing and preparing this presentation, I decided that I'd change the second principle there to a successful customer experience is the ultimate representation of our product. And so from this point, when I review our customer success value and internally, or when we print them and put them in our offices and so forth, this is what this will say. And I think that hopefully from the discussion we've had today, you'll agree that this really is the best representation of our product to the marketplace. So next I'm going to introduce 4 new programs, and these programs are all based on our customer success core value and trying to find ways to help connect us together in our effort to be successful with MasterControl. So the first is MasterControl Skills Certification. And this program will allow you to get recognition for the MasterControl skills that you've developed. The second is Placement Assistance. And this is for system administrators who are in between jobs. And we really want to help you find a role where you can use your MasterControl skills. We get a lot of inquiries, and we want to be better at helping our prospective customers and our customers fill their needs for MasterControl skills. The third is the inaugural MasterControl Solution Awards. So we're going to recognize 4 customers for their excellence in implementing and using MasterControl. And the fifth is our customer success programs. So I'm going to talk to you about some changes we've made in our customer success programs as well. So MasterControl Skills Certification, a number of you have been asking me what these things are at the bottom of your name tags. And the purpose of this program is to recognize user and administrator skill levels. And there's 3 skill levels, and I think everybody here should have some type of a tag indicating their skill level. There's specialist, expert, and master, and I'll review each one just a little bit. You're kind of all grandfathered into the program right now. Our services team just did an evaluation based on their experience. Now, I don't know that we got everybody in the right category, and there are services team members available at the hospitality desk over in the cabin room. If you feel like you've been cheated, you can go talk to them and explain to them how you really know your stuff and you should be at a higher level. And there is a specific set of evaluation criteria for each level based on the 4 parameters that are listed there. So the first skill level is specialist. And we have around 100 specialists in attendance. This is someone who has a basic level of understanding of MasterControl and represents some of our newer system administrators. The expert level, it's represented by the red ribbon. And there's around 64 experts in attendance. And these experts will have implemented multiple MasterControl modules and have a higher level of experience with the system. There are 28 master level attendees indicated by the blue ribbon. And to be master level certified, you have to demonstrate innovative use with the system and have had success with multiple modules and have interacted with us in a way that shows that you really understand and can promote the system internally. So the program is in beta period really right now. The goal is by July 2013 to have every customer certified in the right category and to make sure that everybody understands what their category should be. So right now we've just rolled it out to those who are here at the summit. Again, we're still working to get everybody at the correct levels, and the certification level is per individual, right? So this is not company specific, it's individual specific. So this is something that you could list on your CV. So the next program is placement assistance. And so this one is pretty simple. It only applies to someone who's currently not working. So we're not going to allow you to go post all your resumes on MasterControl to find a new job. And we're not going to be poaching your employees either. But this is a way when you're between jobs that we can help connect you with companies that are looking for MasterControl skills. And we get quite a number of people inquiring as to, hey, can you find me someone with MasterControl skills in this area? And so in addition to helping you, this will help us to connect our prospects and customers with skills that they need. So it's very simple. You contact Human Resources at employment@mastercontrol.com. We will list the summary level information on our website, and we'll refer that to prospective MasterControl customers and customers who are looking for skills. And this really is, if you think about it, your skills as MasterControl are valuable to you and they're valuable to us. So this is a way of kind of marrying that together and also helping other customers be successful as they utilize your skills in future roles. So next, the MasterControl Solution Awards. So this is our inaugural class of 2012. We've selected 4 companies, and we will be selecting 4 companies each year. The award is based on nominations by MasterControl employees, and they were selected by a panel of representatives of our services groups. And I listed some of that criteria there, number of modules used, departments that were involved in the system, integration, innovative use of the system, longevity, and so forth. I'm going to ask each of the award winners to come up. I'm going to introduce all of them at once. Well, not at once, but I want you all to come up at once, I guess. First, our first winner that I'd like to announce is Green Cross. So Green Cross is located in Korea, and they are really a pioneer in Korea for implementing QMS. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You can go sit down. I guess we won't do them all at once. They've implemented it in 3 plants, which they did all at once. They make chemical blood and biotech. They have chemical blood and biotech facilities. They've implemented every major component of MasterControl, including our risk module, which is fairly new. They use it for CAPA, change control complaints. So very rich use of the system, and they use it all in Korean. Congratulations to Green Cross. So the next award winner is MedTox Laboratories. Oh, she couldn't come? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so thank you, Edna. I'm like, now why are you coming up?
Because we bought MedTox.
Edna is, oh, I didn't know that either.
Absolutely.
So MedTox is part of LabCorp. And the MedTox system administrator, Kathy, couldn't come because she's sick. So Edna is going to accept it on their behalf.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. So MedTox has been a customer since 2000. They use a majority of our modules. They've integrated MasterControl into every part of their business, and they have extensively customized our out-of-the-box solution packages. Great user of our system. And we're sorry that they're not feeling well. Okay, the next award goes to Gendex Dental Systems, which is a Danaher company. Congratulations,
Thanks.
Joanne.
Thanks.
So Gendex has rolled MasterControl out to 12 sites, the entire MasterControl suite to 12 sites. They've implemented a full QMS, and they use it for a number of different modules, and they've been very involved in our customer advisory board and representing our customers' needs to our product management team. And so our last award goes to Avantor Performance Materials. Congratulations, Gary.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome. There you go. Thank you. So Avantor has also been a user of our solution for 10 years. They use a majority of our modules, and they have a very comprehensive understanding and have found some very creative ways to utilize the system within their company. So congratulations to all our Solution Award winners. And I'm excited to award another 4 of these next year, and at some point we'll get quite a group of Solution Award winners, and we'll find some fun things for them to do together at some point. So, back to customer success, I want to talk to you about some of the programs that we have within MasterControl for customer success and how we've improved on those. So many of you have probably seen our Wall of Success, which has been really the foundation of our customer success program for the last almost 10 years. And the way that program has worked is that when we get a new customer, we print a plaque, And 60 days after they go live with their first module, we ask them if they've been successful or not. And if they have, we put their plaque on the wall. And in our customer survey every year, you get an indication to say whether your implementation is successful or not. And if it's not, we take it off the wall. And we don't end up taking a lot off the wall. And really, well, this has been a really good program, and it's emphasized how important customer success is within MasterControl. We realized last year, and for those of you who were here at the summit, I introduced a little bit about what we were planning to do. We realized that we can do better. And so in connection with our move, we actually will have a new wall of success. And this is about the best picture you can get of it right now. It doesn't have carpet, and it's still being completed. But this right here will be our wall of success. And it's actually going to be a big projection screen. So we'll have 3 projectors shining on that projection screen. And this is the image that will be on the screen. So this is actually connected directly with our customer relationship management system. And the information that's pulled behind each one of these plaques and customers shows who the system administrator is, what the product is. We can also sort or limit the wall to a certain geographic area or a certain industry. So we can really show the success that we're trying to build. So really real time, we can take a plaque off that wall simply by switching, by toggling a switch in our customer relationship management system. And we have a lot of processes underneath bringing plaques to this wall. And the standard now is not achieved customer success at one point 60 days after you implemented your module and not really having the heart to tell us to take your plaque off after that. The standard is that right now we feel like we could send a customer to you and you would be able to give them a good reference for MasterControl. Now this doesn't mean that I know some companies have policies against being references. And so even if you are not able to reference, we'll still hope to have your plaque up there. That doesn't mean that you're going to get a bunch of calls just by putting it up. I shouldn't say plaque, I should say your logo, because it's not a plaque anymore. So also, in relationship to our customer success program, we're introducing customer success pins. And this is not a big thing, but it's a way of kind of formalizing our process that we have internally. So when you first become a successful customer, you'll get in the mail a customer success pin, and it will be the pin for that year. And so the next year, if you're still successful, you'll get another pin. If we're not successful as a customer, if there's been something that we've done, then we won't be sending you a pin, right? But we'll be working to send you a pin. So it's a way of memorializing this process. Now, in addition to having an overall success pin, there also will be a pin for each one of the modules. So as you roll out each module, we'll send you another pin. Normally we'll do this as you're successful, but we're rolling out the program today. And we have all the pins available over the hospitality desk. And so sometime in the next couple of days, go visit them. And we'll give you all the pins that are appropriate for your company. And you can put them on your lanyard if you want. We also will be sending you a nice little box where you can display them in your company or in your department as well. So this is just a small thing, but I think it does really formalize what we're trying to do. So behind that also, we have a program called Customer Success Points. And I put this detail up here not because I'm going to go through it, because I want you to see that this is a program that has had a lot of thought put into it. I'll review a couple of aspects of it though. First of all, there's a number of activities as a successful customer and a reference customers that you can participate in that will get you points. And they're all listed here, and you can see that there's a number of points underneath each one. Then as you accrue points, you can achieve a status, silver, gold, and platinum, and there's a number of benefits that are associated with each status. And also, as you accrue points, you can spend those points on discounts for MasterControl products and services. And so hopefully this isn't a way to compensate you for being references. This is a way to thank you for your efforts. I know it takes time and to help us to describe our product to the marketplace. And really, we appreciate that you understand that that's really the only way that we're going to be able to do that successfully. And the only way that our prospects are really going to understand what our products do is through interacting and talking with you. So, in closing, I want to thank you for all the efforts that you've made on behalf of MasterControl to make your product successful within your companies. And I want to tell you that myself and the team that I represent, that we'll do everything that we can to achieve the value that we have of customer success. And I know that this week there's a lot of work that can be done. So for those of you that have things that we can do to help you to be successful, be sure that you talk to us this week. And we love to talk to someone who's doing great, but we also love to talk to someone who has something we can do to do better. And that's what we're about. So don't be shy in telling us what we need to do to help you to be more successful, because that's really what we're all about, and that's what we're here to do. So thank you for your time. I hope that you have a great week, and remember that you are our product. So this is your opportunity to, anybody who wants to